Welcome back to Obadiah TV. I hope you are well and good. So today I have a few money making schemes, a few money making tips. How you can find different avenues to make money whilst at university, while studying, being able to facilitate those means to make the most of your financial situation whilst at uni. So the first thing is looking at financial aid at university, such as grants, bursaries and scholarships. So I didn't realize that this was even available until my third year. So I got financial aid from two bursaries on separate occasions. One was called Access to Learning Fund and another one was, I can't even remember the name of it, but in total I think I got just over £1,000 from it, and I was able to buy a new laptop and some softwares alongside that, and which obviously helped a lot. So I suggest that you have a look and on the financial aid. So there will be some sort of section on your university website which basically says like what you can apply for and if you're eligible. And to be honest with you, I wasn't eligible for most of them, for all of them even. It was just the grace of God and just wording your application in a certain way. So obviously, like, you know, they're more inclined to give you something. Even if they're not going to give you the whole amount, they'll still at least give you something. So that is the first one. The second avenue is side hustles. So whether it be buying and selling, whether it be making food or using what you can as a service to other people. So what's really good is that whilst you're at university, there's a wide range of things you can do and you can offer to other people, because some students are lazy and you can capitalize that, should I say, to make money on the side basically. Another thing is I found very helpful is if you're very good at making food and stuff, just gather around a group of friends, just invite them over and make like a few things here and there and get their honest opinion about it basically. And if the feedback is really good and you can see a potential gap in the market and you can exploit that in different ways, then go ahead and build your brand off of that. And it doesn't even have to be like big meals, it doesn't have to be 3-course meals and stuff like that. You can just simplify it and just make small chops. For example, you can make desserts, you can make breakfast and offer it on a limited basis. So what I mean by that is, rather than offering to sell throughout the whole week, you can just offer it for pre-orders from maybe Wednesday and Thursday, and then pickup is on a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon or an evening, something like that. And buying and selling. So I did buying and selling in terms of sneakers, so it was a bit of a hit and miss in that aspect, because obviously if you're trying to become a sneakerhead whilst at uni especially, it's not the easiest thing, and you have to be able to make that drop. Otherwise it's a bit of a, yeah, it's kind of long, and you must make smart decisions as well in terms of what it is that you decide to buy. Because I made two wrong purchases whilst I was doing this. So I bought the red and yellow Jordan 5s at some point, and I think I'm not even picking, like, when you decide to sell as well, that's another thing that I made a mistake on. So I got the Hospital Blue Yeezy 700s like when it first dropped, and I really wanted to get rid of it very quickly. But what I should have done is to hold it on, well, I should have held on to it for a little bit longer but I was just I was in a haste, and I won't lie, I kind of just needed the money to be sitting because those shoes weren't cheap anyways. So unfortunately I got rid of those very early as well. And TK Maxx is another very good place to have a look at if you want to, you know, try it out and see how it is for yourself. So you can buy and sell on Depop, Amazon. There are a few other places, Shpock, I think that's what it's called. And yeah, you can have a look at those places, and just if it's something that you're interested in but you're not too sure how it works, you can potentially dip your foot in the water a little bit and try it out and see how it works. And TK Maxx, a good thing about TK Maxx is that a lot of their stuff, their branded stuff in particular, is somewhat subsidized, so it's a little bit cheaper than the retail price. So you could potentially you can buy it and then sell it for maybe like £5–10 extra, and if it's successful, the more you continue buying and selling, you obviously make back the money that you spent, etc, etc. I mentioned in a previous video, if you'd like to see that, it's going to be up there. I mentioned Fiverr and a few other websites where you can offer your services. So what you could potentially do is, if you're interested in reading and proofreading, you can offer that service online, or even just post on social media, for example, and just say, like, if you want me to proofread it, this is how much I'll charge. Even though some people already have friends and like course mates that proofread, you'll be able to offer it on a special scope where it's professionally, and you can word the description in a way where when you read it, it's kind of like, let me try this for a go, let me try this out. And you don't even have to charge crazy amounts. You could charge £5–10. A lot, like some people charge crazy amounts, but obviously if you're just starting out, you want to like build yourself up. But if you've done this previously and you have some sort of experience, you can obviously charge a higher amount and work your way up, basically. Another thing is, if you're good at hair, you know, the hair and beauty business, or you could just post like certain things that you do, and yeah, just create the content out of it. And on TikTok, especially TikTok is such a big platform where a lot of people can put up what they're doing and stuff. You could create a YouTube Shorts account or even a YouTube account and post videos up there as well. And last but not least, in terms of like side hustles and offering your service, you could write an ebook or create an ebook. And in terms of food and catering, you could write a recipe book and sell it to other students. You don't even have to sell a physical copy. You could just create an online copy and for them to download it themselves and sell it for, again, £5–10 per book. It really does go a long way, especially if you sell it to maybe like 20 odd students within a month or within a week even, or within even a day. Like the scope is very big in terms of how effective you are and how much you can gain from these sort of things, basically. It goes without saying that if you want to make money and all of these other options have been exhausted and it's not really for you, you could just go on and get a job. I mean, like, not to be Captain Obvious or anything, like, if there are vacancies, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like, you can easily find a part-time job whilst at uni, and if you just chat to your manager or whoever is your supervisor and just be honest with them and tell them like you're at uni, like you can work, but you can't do like a 25-hour shift every week. Like, you could just maybe 16 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, something like that, maybe twice, and just come in twice a week. You can chat to them, and obviously knowing I mean the store or wherever it is obviously around the university environment anyways, so they're going to have low job retention in terms of they're consistently looking for people to fill up roles, because a lot of the people that fill up those roles are students, and they know that they just come and go, they're not there to stay permanently. And another thing, you could potentially become a student ambassador. I tried it myself. I think because of COVID it never actually happened. I'm not even too sure, I don't even remember. But I tried it in my second year, because of COVID basically. It didn't really pan out, so that didn't work out. But I'm sure now things are starting to settle down and stuff. You could potentially go to your academic advisor, if that's what you call it, your tutor maybe, and chat to them and see what the application process is, because I'm sure you have to do some sort of application or interview in order to be selected, because they don't obviously select everyone and they choose you on an academic basis type of thing. So make sure like you're keeping up to your grades and stuff, and you're not slacking behind. If you're living in a building complex, you could potentially rent out your parking space if you have it for free. Now just let that sink in for just a little bit. Like deep that, like, you could rent out your parking space. Bearing in mind, not everyone obviously has parking space wherever they live, and some areas you have to pay for a resident permit. But if you are in an area where like parking is free just for the people that live there, and you know someone that drives and has a car and is always struggling to find parking, that's a possible scope. And obviously it's not the most lucrative in terms of what you can do, but like if you charge them £10 for every time, or £5 or something, or if you're like, you have to drive, if you want to park here, you're gonna have to drive me, or try and sort out some sort of agreement, should I say? Yeah, agreement in terms of, if you do this, I do this, or something like that. But obviously, if you're a really nice friend, you might not. But if you're trying to make money, and you know, instead of like you're trying to make it out there, like, just do that. Well, not do that, but that's a possible thing to do. There's so many different avenues out there, and I didn't bring up trading or drop shipping or any sort of, you know, cyber thing in terms of making money online in the virtual realm, because there's just so many different things that you can do out there. Like, if you're already doing it, great, but if that's not even your interest, and it's kind of like, all along, I just don't want to do something simple where I'm actually enjoying it and I'm, you know, getting something else out of it apart from just sitting and staring at a computer for X amount of hours, then, like, I mean, have a go at some of these options. I think the most, I guess the easiest one is the buying and selling, because you can easily just put these things online and anyone and everyone may want it, really, whether it's shoes, slides and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it from Over the Eye TV. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share it as well, you know. But yeah, peace.